one big wall that encircles all the area of the present old city. Another wall in the middle that goes to the western wall. That's the western wall. You see the western wall, Wailing Wall, and yet another that goes kind of in circles. Okay, so Josephus says that in the periods from Hasmonean rule, 2nd century BC until 1st century BC, AD, 3 walls were built. Okay, by Hasmoneans, in the Hasmonean times, 1st century BC, Jerusalem was like this. From these 3 towers, the wall went straight. Okay, so this was Jerusalem. This was nothing was here, and this is in the 1st century BC. But Jerusalem started to expand very rapidly in this period, from the 1st century BC until the 1st century AD. The population started to grow, and then it was destroyed by the Romans. Okay, then Herod built a second wall. You see, the second wall goes in circle, kind of a circle. There is no archaeological evidence whatsoever of the second wall existence. We don't really know how it went, but it's important for us in our what's the word? In our search, in our quest for the place of Jesus' burial. Okay, so that's the second wall. And then in the years 41, 44, grandson of King Herod the Great built the third wall that lies today more or less on the course of this Turkish wall, more or less. Okay, that surrounds today the old city. Okay, so this is the third wall. The Holy Sepulchre Church, which we are going to visit today, is situated inside the third walls of the 1st century area. But was it outside the second wall? That's the question, because the third wall was built in 41, 44, and Jesus was crucified 28, 32, more or less. Okay, so in Jesus' times there was no third wall. It was built much later. So where was this second wall? We don't know, but here on the model he shows, you see the gate in the middle, and the second gate, and you see the quarry, because there was no church there. There was a quarry in Jesus' time there. So it's shown there, outside the city, the second wall, but we don't really know. And that led the evangelical Christians to doubts that the Holy Sepulchre is a real thing, because we knew that Jesus was crucified and died outside the city walls. This is according to the Jewish traditions. This is according to the Gospel record. The Gospel says that this place was near the city, not in the city. The Epistle to Hebrews says also that our Lord suffered outside the city camp, and we need to, to leave this world and so forth. So this was a tradition of the time, that both executions and burials were held outside the city walls. Okay, there was no cemetery, and even today there are no cemeteries inside the city walls, with a few exceptions among the Jewish people. Okay, so let's go further.